Welcome to First and Goal, man. It's the first episode. It's your boy Vel.
It's your boy Win Jerb, aka the Graphic
Yeah,
Plug.
man. Here with Jared, man. If you need any graphics, man, it's brought to you by the Graphic Plug, man. If you need any graphics, man, holla at my boy
For sure.
for shit show. All right, man. The first question of the day, man. Do you think DJ Lagway will become Florida's next great quarterback?
I think he's definitely one of the hottest quarterbacks right now. That boy stay healthy. He definitely him. Um, Hard to say being that I'm a Seminole fan, but I ain't no hater. At the end of the day, I recognize talent. Will he be a Tebow? No, I don't see that. I don't think we'll ever see somebody like that again. But definitely think that he's gonna have a great season as long as he stay healthy.
Who you think was a great quarterback at Florida outside of Tim Tebow, though?
I don't think they
Great.
really ever had nobody that was like
Would
worth talking about,
they don't
like or
they don't have
was
some okay quarterbacks, but I ain't never outside of Tim Tebow who was great.
yeah. I mean, you got to think though, like Tebow is like one of them people where people have an argument that he's the best college player that ever was.
I think he is one of the most fascinating, most athletic quarterbacks we ever seen.
I
Because,
mean, there's
bro,
definitely they had Chris Lee, which was a big
Chris Lee
name for
was
them.
good too.
That
Chris
was
Lee
that
was
was a
good
big name.
too.
But he definitely different caliber.
Yeah, but when I say great, that's why I'm like great. Like, who was great?
Yeah,
Who
that's
who won a Heisman? Who was so electric?
generation
Like,
upon generation.
yes,
Yeah.
that's how I think when I think of great. Like I feel like Cam Ward had a great season. Like that was like probably the best 1 year quarterback Miami ever had. Like if you look at it, like bro, this dude threw for what was it, over 4,000 yards,
hmm
38 touchdowns. Like that's crazy. So I look at stuff like that, and Tim Tebow, like Johnny Manziel, Lamar Jackson. You what they all got in common? Y'all got a Heisman. So
But the other thing is, I don't think that we'll ever see like that again because of NIL. With these guys switching in the transfer portal and NIL, if you look at it, these guys are switching schools every couple of years rather than like, man, I got to see Tebow and Jameis and Lamar for multiple years at the same school, getting close or being dominant and like multiple years of that rather than like a guy like a Joe Burrow, for example, right? Joe Burrow, you really heard of that one big season for him, and
yeah.
now it's even more so. You got these guys who is like you got one season with them where they have an amazing season. They win the national championship, and then they're number one draft pick. But I don't know what you did them other 3 years. Oh, you was a bum sitting behind somebody. That's all I know.
But you gotta look at Ohio State is different though. The caliber,
Ohio
like the
State,
level,
that depth chart is at every position too.
you can
Every
get
skill
buried, bro.
at Ohio State, that's one of them schools. If you go into that school, you better be ready to
Yeah.
compete. You must sit behind somebody.
Yeah, it's like that Alabama, Georgia, Ohio State. I probably could throw LSU in there too. Like you can get buried, bro. Because somebody is always gonna be they recruit every year for somebody to take your job. You could be the
Yep.
number one recruit this year, next year. Who cares? Who cares? What have you done lately? So
hmm
that's a big factor. But back to DJ Lagway, man. Like you said, bro, he gotta stay healthy, man. That dude is always hurt. But also, Florida might have to put a better line around him, man. But I feel like Billy ain't gonna make it through the season with this schedule. He got another hard season coming up. And if DJ Lagway don't stay healthy, bro, Billy gonna be out of a job. I'm telling you that now, bro. Like if they don't
So
win at least 9 games, Billy gonna be out of a job.
yeah, like one of the biggest things I think with any team who has any team with a good quarterback, right? You got to have a good running back, and you got to have a good line for him to sit behind. So if they don't have those things, then he's gonna face injuries again because he ain't got nobody to give the ball to. Your running back is like, hey, this is my last resort. Boom, toss the ball off to him. your line you're supposed to be able to sit behind. So
Hmm.
we'll see. As of right now, I think that he's the best quarterback in the state of Florida. So I'll go out on the limb and say that one.
I don't think so, bro. I think it's gonna be
It,
Carson
it,
Beck,
it, I can't. I ain't too high up on Castellanos. I got to see what he could do.
I don't think
He
Castellanos gonna do what nothing he think he finna do,
he gave us some competition in the past, so I got to give him his credit for that. But he's talking a little spotty right now, and he hasn't done
bro.
nothing. So I don't really like that.
Are y'all playing teams that, bro? That schedule gonna be so tough for y'all,
Yeah,
and
but
it's not because
Alabama ain't Alabama though. Alabama like
I
this
don't
is
care.
different
Alabama's
Alabama.
still Alabama. Alabama's just not that
That's a different
Alabama, but
Alabama. That's
Alabama.
different.
You don't think Alabama gonna put BTA?
Nah.
I think I got Alabama at least winning by 21.
So that's crazy. They got a new
I'm
what?
telling you.
Ain't they
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 got a new
running back
starting quarterback.
running back one
The
got hurt.
running back hurt. Yep.
Um, they quarterback who is that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Then
we don't know the quarterback, but we
then
do. He played a little
second
bit,
year with
but
a new coach. So and honestly, they didn't do all that. They didn't look all that great last year. They were good,
Caleb
but
DeBoer went to the championship with Washington, bro. Caleb DeBoer not a bad coach, bro. He's just not Nick Saban because
listen,
that's the worst thing about him taking that job, bro.
this our bounce
You
back year.
always
This is a big bounce back year for us. I don't see. I'm not gonna say that we gonna. I'm not saying that we winning that game, but I'm saying that we not getting 21 points put ahead of us, and I'm not saying that either.
Man, I guarantee 21 points. I
No.
guarantee it, bro. And I'm telling you, bro, they back up is gonna be as good as the first team, bro. Like that running
And
back, they're gonna have another running back.
but they playing in dope too, bro. Like that's all right. That's our first game in the
I
new
think
stadium too.
by the third quarter, y'all gonna be worn down.
Okay, we're gonna see.
I think by the third quarter, y'all gonna be worn down. But it's first
Hey,
game of the season too.
Hard,
It's
Hard
gonna
Rock
be,
gotta see me because I'm finna be on Hard Rock. They gotta see me.
hey man, it's football season. I'm back, baby. I've been gone for a long time
Listen,
since Super
I
Bowl,
done
but I'm back.
been
Been
gave
itching,
that
boy.
Hard Rock break, and I'm back.
I want to put some money on every game, bruh. Like that Texas and Ohio game gonna be good too, bro. I don't even know where to go with it because one is a first time quarterback, but he still got all these chips to work with. He still got Jeremiah Smith, bruh. Like
You said
you still
Ohio.
got Jeremiah. Ohio and Texas, they play each other first game of the season.
I like Ohio. Where they playing at?
I don't know. I think they playing that. Let me check, bro. And that's a big factor too, where they play at. Because if you look at where they play at, you be like, all right. So that'll give you a little clarity on where you think you could put your money at.
Yeah.
But that's gonna be a tough game. But I feel like Texas just never can pull out the big wins in these big games. They playing
They're
Ohio
playing at
State.
Ohio. I like
Yep,
Ohio.
Ohio. Yeah, I like Ohio for that one. Then
Bruh,
they
they
got Arch
stadium is
though, man.
loud.
It's loud, but they got Arch, man, and they got a team. They still got a team.
Yeah, but
Ohio, they
hey,
lost
bro, like
Ibuka.
I
They
ain't
lost
gonna
both of their
lie.
running backs. That's
Yeah,
why I
but
don't know. They got a new starting quarterback. I don't know. It's the unknown to put money on Ohio, knowing that you got a new starting quarterback. He's a sophomore, a redshirt sophomore, well, redshirt freshman, I guess, because he didn't play at all last year.
just like we said with the last topic, everybody who at Ohio State, no matter if you QB1 or QB4, they all
You
of a certain
good, bro, and you still got that defense there, bro. Caleb
because
Downs still there.
who gonna I don't know anybody who gonna put coverage like I don't know anybody who locking up Jeremiah Smith.
Nobody, bro.
Who
I
gonna lock
don't
him up?
know. Nobody. It depends
It's
on
gonna
how
be a
if they
it's gonna be a
bracket
high
them.
scoring game. I'll say that.
Yeah. If they bracket him like they did in that one game, I forgot what team did that, but they bracketed him. He couldn't really do nothing. But you know, I don't know if you can do that all game though. But you gonna have other weapons, bro.
We're gonna see who got what type of stamina.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So let's move on with like you think Florida State gonna keep up with Alabama?
I think we're gonna
That's
keep
where
up
you
with
going with
Alabama.
it.
I'm going, but we're gonna keep up with Alabama. I'm not saying that we're gonna win, but I'm saying it's gonna be fairly close of a game. I'm saying within that game will be won within 7 to 10 points either way.
I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I think your coach get fired this year. I'm not gonna lie. Y'all might win
I
five
mean,
games, bro. Y'all,
five,
y'all
bro.
might
I'm, t-
win
I'm
five
telling you,
games.
I'm telling you. I feel like there's gonna be a big bounce back year. I feel like we
Why do
did
you why
very
do you
good.
think that though?
I feel like we did very good as far as like the hiring and firing of different coaches. That
Okay.
definitely needed to be addressed.
What about the players though? What did
So
y'all
I
bring
like
in?
well that's the thing, right? So and I don't know which coach it was off the top of my head, but one of the coaches actually addressed the fact that he's very adamant on calling people out for they on their stuff. So last year we had different athletes who were
I know
wanting
what you're
money.
talking about, bro. Because that's why that cornerback left. They got
Yeah,
into it
so
over something.
yeah, you got to call people out. Just because these kids are getting paid now, man, like you still got to call people out on where they lacking at and build them up. And if they don't like that, man, like that's an attitude problem that need to be addressed, or you got to be dismissed. So I
That's
like
gonna
that
have
they
to come. That's gonna have to come from the top down, though, man. I feel like that's poor culture. I feel like Norvell let the team get away from, and I feel like it happened because there's so much portal movement. Like
yeah,
remember, like
you kind of in a situation where it's like I'm just happy I got you because like I know that you can slide tomorrow.
yeah,
And you got all this flip flopping back and forth and stuff, and then
because
like
remember when y'all went 13-0, y'all had a whole bunch of portal kids, man. Y'all had
and
Keon
then
Coleman.
we turned around and lost everything that following year when we went 2-10. I mean, we
Exactly,
had a
y'all.
lot of players go to the league after that
Yeah,
season. But with that 2-10 season, right, we had players who were sitting there talking about in the offseason prior, they're talking about what money they deserve. And then they go out there and y'all didn't do nothing all season. So now they sitting here like they calling people out, they holding people accountable. I will say, like, as far as Castellanos goes, right? Um, he's a little spotty to me. He talk a little spotty, right? But I do like one thing that he did was he's got good leader characteristics that I think DJ didn't have. So, and
I think
for an
he's
example,
definitely he an alpha in the room. You can tell
yeah.
because
So,
he's
so an
very
example
vocal.
of that was like they tried to do interviews and DJ DJ want to be, oh yeah, yeah, let me do an interview, da, 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 da. And then Castellanos, he's like, man, hey, let's interview some of these other guys who've been here. Like, they know the culture. But also, when
Hmm.
he first got to Florida State, he he went and hung out with every single player from Florida State. Allegedly, that's what I saw and read up on and stuff. Is that he actually went and had interactions with all of those different players and kind of like formed that brotherhood. So it's like with this transfer portal stuff, where he's only been here a year. You know what I'm saying? DJ, he came in, he kind of stayed to himself. It seemed like Castellanos came in. All right, boom. Let me dive into the culture. Let me form a brotherhood. Let me go hang out with these guys. And it's like, hey, you got to know who you lining up with every day.
But just know, all them freshmen y'all got, them sophomores y'all got, them red shirt freshmen y'all got, they gonna have to step it up this year, boy.
I
Cause
mean, at
y'all
the
got a
end,
y'all
at
y'all
the
got
end
a
of the
schedule,
day,
bro. Y'all got a schedule.
at the end of the day, I think one of the biggest things, whether it's us, whether it's y'all, any team, eventually you have to start developing somebody that you're recruiting. Like all this, we got Castellano, y'all got Beck, like all this stuff, like that's cool for this year and stuff. But like what, next year we just getting another transfer? Like at some point you gotta go get you a little 4 or 5 star and develop him and have him for a few years potentially.
Yeah, that. But
I
you
just
got to
don't
think,
want I
bro.
don't want a new quarterback every single year, bro. I want one and I want to ride with him for a few years.
Yeah, but you got to remember, bro. It's always gonna be competition, bro. As long as your team is good and y'all got a little bag, they coming. They gonna want to come to your school as long as your team keep playing good. They gonna want to come to your school. I wouldn't shy away from it only because, bro, it's a culture where you have to
Get
win
a,
now.
if you can get, elite quarterback, you get an elite quarterback, right?
You get the
But
elite quarterback.
also you can look at it like this, like, okay, I got an elite quarterback, but I also got a stud, sophomore, junior. Let's make them battle it out. Don't just give the guy a position because you paid him. Make them
Yeah,
battle it out. Same thing with and I know we talking about college and stuff, but if you look at the NFL level, right? I'm a Bucks fan. We got Baker. Baker's amazing, right? But
yeah.
we also got Teddy. Teddy
Teddy
came out
look
of
good.
throw two touchdowns and stuff, and he been coaching for a full year. So it's
Yep.
like, what? Now you sitting there, you got okay. Trask had a good game. Teddy had a great game, and then you got Baker, who's
Hmm.
been elite for us. So it's like now you got real competition in your quarterback room. And I'm not saying that either one of those guys can take Baker's spot, but Baker has to show up every single week and play like he's Baker Mayfield.
Man, I ain't never seen Trash play that good until he seen Teddy
I was surprised.
play
I
that
was
good.
surprised. Hey, he trying to keep his money. Okay, I'm surprised,
Bro,
but
Teddy was
that
in there
that
dropping
same thing,
dimes, bro.
yeah, that same thing. I like the competition at different positions and stuff. Um, but I just feel like if we could transfer that to college, to high school, everything, where it's like, hey, we're not playing you just because of favoritism. We're not playing you because
Hmm.
of money, anything like that. We're playing you because you're the best in the room. And I feel like sometimes we get away from that in sports just because based off who people are or what they done paid them to do.
Hmm. Yeah. So you're not a big fan of the transfer portal.
I don't have a problem with the transfer portal because it's these kids' life. So like at the end of the day,
That's how I look at it, bro.
you get somewhere and you realize that that ain't the place for you and you slide. That's cool. However, I do feel like you should not be allowed to declare for the transfer portal until your bowl game is over, because you got a lot of stuff
Man,
going on. You got companies like for example, right? If you got Capital One, they got the Capital One Bowl, right? Okay, they
paid a
paying
lot of
all
money for that, bro.
right, and then half the team sit out, right? So like us when we went 13-0, right? We had a bowl game.
That was a disgrace. I ain't like that,
Nobody played, right? Whether it was because they declared for the draft, which we had a lot of that happen. Yeah, we had Jordan Travis get injured. Cool, so that's his excuse or his reasoning. And then you got people who transfer. Okay, so if you declare for the draft, that's one thing. But transfer portal, man, at some point these big bowl companies, they're gonna be like, man, we're gonna pull out. Why are we gonna pay
it
for
ain't
this?
working. It ain't gonna be worth it, bro. They gonna start having a Chili's bowl and shit like that, bro. Because it ain't work. Like, why would I spend all that money, bro? Literally a chili bowl, bro. Like, because why would I go out as like Capital One or these big name companies, bro, that just be putting all that money out there, millions of dollars. Because they do
Yeah,
it. They gonna put a whole bunch of commercials on TV. You know, they spent money on this, bro.
and
Advertisements.
imagine when there's somebody like the Rose Bowl. Rose Bowl is a
Yes,
culture.
bro.
Like that's on a
Yeah.
a huge bowl, and then hey, what you mean? All these elite players sitting out, and this game is not what we expected.
Hmm.
Yeah, I feel like NIL along with transfer portal, it all just needs structure. I don't feel like either one is a bad thing.
That's
Because
crazy because I was about to ask you about NIL.
yeah, NIL, bro, NIL, cool, man. I ain't tripping about NIL because at the end of the day, like I know we both know people who like, man, they was good in college, but then like NFL just
Bro,
different,
they could
and
have, they could use that money though, bro. When we was in high school, I mean, well, after high school, and they
Mhm.
played, bro, they could have used that money, bro. They could have helped their family because some people ain't gonna make it to the NFL.
Everybody can't go,
Bro, like a 1% chance you gonna make it to the NFL, bro. So
because in high school, right, everybody good, but like you get
I ain't gonna
everybody
say
good.
everybody good, but it's a lot more good than it is.
Well, no. Just say this, right? Everybody good in high school, right? Everybody good. They on varsity. Everybody good, right? Then you go and you get to college. All right, everybody's great in college, right? You on the team. You got a scholarship and everything. You great. Once you make it to the NFL, everybody is elite. You are playing with the best of the best.
Okay, I get
So
where you coming from with that. Yeah,
there's
it's
levels.
like
So like,
levels to it.
yeah, you can't be great playing with the elites. you're not great enough. Like
Hmm.
you're not there. You know what I'm saying? So it's levels to it, and there's some people in college. Look at Alabama is a great example, right? Alabama has great seasons all the time. For literally, it seemed like my whole life, Alabama's always been good, right?
They've been
But
good since Mark Ingram.
so,
It was
and if you look at
2008.
it, how many of their players, like when they get to the NFL, are as good as they were in college?
Yeah.
It's
Look
that
at
number.
Trent Richardson, bro. Trent Richardson was the worst running back probably in history, especially as a first round draft pick, bro. You the worst running back in history.
Yep.
Trent Richardson was terrible,
Imagine what he would have been paid in college.
bro. Bro, I don't want to say millions, but because I don't know how much running back skill is, but he would have got a bag, bro.
Then let's go back
Imagine
to
Derrick Henry, bro. Like,
imagine Tebow if he would have been getting paid in college, right?
bro, Tebow, Johnny Manziel,
Tebow is
Baker
good.
Mayfield,
Yeah, Tebow is he's paid. He's good as far as his likeness and all that stuff. He's not hurting for money by no means, right? But how far ahead would he have been if he would have got paid in college? Because NFL never was much for Tim Tebow.
yeah, yeah, he fizzled out, man. He didn't really get a
My
chance for real though. Oh boy, bro, Jameis would have had a bag. Mariota would have had a bag. Like, it's so many elite players out here that was in
well,
elite in college.
really would have been paying Mariota since he was already
Bro,
at.
yes, bro. So much money out here. But like you said, bro, is once they get that structure, I don't know if they'll ever get the structure, at least no time soon, bro. That NIL,
I think it's starting to help because not to talk about politics, but with Trump passing that bill about the third party payments, I think that's a step.
that ain't gonna work, bro. They've been not doing that. You were never supposed to get NIL for pay for play. You were never supposed to do that. So to think that he signed something that was the same thing that was already a rule, but maybe people was probably still doing it anyway. People
Yeah.
was like, hey, you gonna sign this deal, and like, hey, if you play this amount of time, or you get this amount of touchdowns, you get this amount of yards, like a contract. But I feel
hmm
like they need to start setting up like a salary cap. But
Yeah.
not on the endorsement side. I feel like endorsements should be unlimited, but they need to
There's
set like a
so much
cap.
stuff that we could, from an outside perspective, that we see wrong with it, right? Like
Yeah,
even for me, right? What I look at, I'm like, there's no reason why, a 18-year-old, 19-year-old kid got this much money to just do whatever with. And I also think that that's why we seeing some of the issues that we seeing as far as
bro.
like these high speed wrecks and
These, bro,
things.
these, yes, bro.
They got
Georgia.
too much money and too fast of vehicles that they shouldn't have access to right now. They're going to, however, what can they do as a collective to put some like control over the situation? I think that definitely it needs to be a mandatory thing for them to have certain things in their contract. Because if I'm paying
Yes,
somebody,
bro.
just like
Yes.
NFL, right? You gotta play a certain amount of downs, you gotta play a certain amount of this, and this to get this much money. It needs to be the same type of contracts for college, and also,
Nah, you can't do that though, because you can't that'll start dictating who plays and who don't play. What you
no,
have to do is struck.
you don't have to do their stats, but it needs to be as far as I need you to stay at this school for this is
Yes.
what I paid you to do. Because if I'm a company, say like I had a car dealership, right? Say I'm a car dealership down the road, and I'm only here in Central Florida, and then
Yeah.
I pay because you went to UCF, but then you talking about next year you finna go to Georgia, and I'm not in Georgia. Well, that doesn't do nothing for me anymore. But I paid you this money, so
Yeah.
that's one thing, and we don't know what these kids got in their contract, so that might already be a thing that's in there. But I would say
Hmm.
that. But the biggest thing, these kids need a financial advisor because
Bro, it's a money grab though. It's better, just like in the league, bro. You go to the league, bro. They like it when you illiterate, financially illiterate, because they can take advantage of you. You think they wanna you think they wanna give these kids this knowledge and go give you a
yeah,
financial advisor? The financial advisor be the one taking advantage of you. You might look up and all your money gone.
I
But
just think
they
there's opportunities being that these kids are still in schools that are financial. have financial institutions attached to them,
That's
but
why.
they can
That's
still
what.
come
Yep.
in ways to go ahead and protect the kids.
Yes. I know Miami have people come in and speak to them about the money side of everything, but I feel like all schools it need to be mandatory when you enroll. You need to get a financial class, bro, because it's not the fact that these kids are getting so much money. It's what they're doing with the money. Why do you have a Hellcat? Say your contract is
It ain't even just
five
a
five
Hellcat, man. You see all these schools out in California, what they pulling up in?
Lambos and all that crazy stuff. I see Texas is giving out Lambos for lease.
All them big open roads, man. What they gonna do? They gonna speed.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like you in a Hellcat, you speeding and you what I want to see in these contracts, if you go to jail, you can lose your endorsement. That's like like if you the face of
You
my company,
gotta have some
I'm
type of
pulling that.
you got yeah, because I need you to have skin in the game. Like you gotta have something that you're not willing to lose out on, and
Hmm.
like because a lot of these athletes in general, and just people in general, once you hit a certain status in life, I think that they believe that I'm untouchable and all my problems are just small. But like, man, that don't happen for everybody. I mean, you look at Ruggs.
Yeah.
He thought he was just speeding, but somebody ended up losing their life behind it compared to, some of these other guys. Yeah, you got a little speeding ticket or whatever. It's a felony speeding or whatever. It's two different things, though, man. You got to live with that for the rest of his life.
One wrong decision can change your whole life, man. For the better
And
or
and,
worse, bro.
at the end of the day, he's blessed because at the end of the day, he didn't get the time that maybe an average person would have got.
Yeah.
But you don't know how blessed he is because he got to live with that in his mind for the rest of his life that happened. So, but hey, I got a question for you now.
Okay,
Who you
okay.
who you think making the 12 team playoff this year?
Um, Ohio State, Texas, Georgia. Ohio State. So I said Texas, Georgia. That's two in the SEC. I said Texas, Georgia. Cause the SEC going front loaded, man. Ohio State,
Mm-hmm.
Oregon. That's four. I think the ACC gonna get two. So I'm gonna go Miami, Clemson. That's six. I think Boise State gonna get that. Get back in there again. Who else highlighted? I think Alabama get in there this year. I think they get in there this year. That's eight. What other four I like, man?
I like Penn State.
I think I do like Penn State, and I think Notre Dame gonna get in there. Notre Dame
Notre
could
Dame,
lose one game. I like Notre Dame. I think
and
I got one more.
I got one that you didn't say.
Um,
Arizona State.
you think they was good, bro? I don't.
They like the
They
past
Big
couple
Ten.
years.
They Big Ten, right? They Big Ten. They Big Ten. They Big Ten.
Yes.
I like them then. Yeah, I
Oh no
give
no
that's
the
another Big Ten.
Big 12.
Arizona State.
They got Arizona State. I'm looking at it right now. Arizona State, Big
I
12.
think they'll make it. I think they'll make it, bro. I think they'll make it. I think Arizona State will make it. It'll be. I think Arizona State or Indiana. I don't know which one, but I like it'll. I think it'll be one or the other. Arizona State or Indiana. I think Indiana will be good again this year.
I think I like Arizona over them though. I think I
Yeah.
do.
I don't know, man. Indiana was good last year, man. I got a good coach. Arizona State is good too, man. I like the Arizona State. I like how they played, man. Scatterboo gone, so I don't know. I don't know what else they got behind him,
True.
but I do. I like that right there. But Indiana lost their quarterback, but they got another quarterback. They got a quarterback from Cal, Mendoza. I like Mendoza. Mendoza is pretty good. Um, uh, and that's a tough one. But Arizona still got their starting quarterback, and he was pretty good last year.
Yep.
So I don't know, man.
it's gonna. I think I like this. I like this 12-team playoff bracket. I like
Mm-hmm.
it gives some people opportunities to kind of show that they good rather than just falling out the rankings. You know what I'm saying? So
Yep.
I like it. I like it a lot. Now I'm looking at this projection. Right, this is just a projection, of course,
Yeah.
but this would be crazy. But they got Miami and Notre Dame for
Again,
round.
another.
So at the end of the day, you know,
But let's not forget, bro. Notre Dame got smacked in 2017 by the same sorry team. This is the worst team that we got right now. That's when they got whooped by in
it's gonna be
2017.
interesting to see how
Notre
y'all
Dame, Notre
Carson back.
Dame haven't beat Miami in Miami the last 6 times they done played. So remember that. Notre Dame haven't beat Miami in Miami in the last 6 times they played. And it's gonna happen again.
So all right, I'm looking at this, right? I got this pulled up. Best national championship odds, right? They got Ohio at 14% to go back this year. They
Hmm.
got Penn State at 13%. And then it just keeps
I
going
don't know
down.
why they so high on Penn State, so high. That quarterback ain't even that like who they be gassing them up. Bro, you know who else gonna be decent? I think LSU gonna be decent, bro. I don't know why.
Well,
I just think they're gonna be okay.
don't they,
I don't think they're gonna
don't
be good. I think they're gonna win.
they start their season off with a tough game?
Yes, yeah, they started the season off with a tough game, bro.
Yeah, they start off with Clemson. So
Yeah, but
Saturday is LSU
this,
and Clemson. So, and then
yeah,
week 3 for them, right? They third game is Florida. They got a
yep.
tough schedule. They
They
go
got a tough
look.
schedule.
They
I think
go
they win
Clemson.
10 games though. I think they can win 10 games.
They go Clemson, LA Tech, which that ain't nothing. They go Florida. Then they go SELA. That ain't nothing. But then they got Ole Miss. Then they got South Carolina, Vandy, which you can't count Vandy out. Texas A&M, Alabama, Arkansas, Western Kentucky, and Oklahoma. They not winning 10 games.
Bro, I might give them 9. Goodness gracious, when because
That's a
they play Clemson. Clemson finna give them a run for their money. Alabama finna give them a run for their money. I don't think Ole
Florida.
Miss is nobody. Florida, yeah, I'll say Florida. It's somebody else you said, bro. It's a fourth.
Texas
Uh,
A&M, Oklahoma,
nah, not
Ole
Texas A&M. Not Ole
Ole Miss.
Miss.
Um,
Probably you said somebody else. South Carolina. Them four right there, they about to get them a run for their money, bro.
so aside from that, right? Then we're looking at best conference championship odds, right? So the MWC, who you think? You probably don't even know what conference.
I'm like, who?
Mountain, what's that? Mountain West
Mountain
Conference.
West? Who in the Mountain West, bro?
Boise's at seventy
That's
percent
why
for
I,
that.
so I said Boise. I already gave. That's how I think Boise gonna get in. Cause who else is
They
gonna
got
play?
they got Liberty at 65% for their
Boise, Boise. Let's move on. I don't know
no,
any of
no,
this.
they different conferences,
Oh,
different
different
conferences.
conferences. Oh, okay.
Clemson, they got Clemson winning the ACC. They got Ohio with the Big Ten. They got James Madison winning the Sun Belt.
James Madison, man. James Madison, nice out there,
They got Penn State winning the Big Ten and Texas winning the
bro.
SEC.
Penn State is not gonna be Ohio, bro. I don't care how you slice this pie, bro. I don't care, bro. I don't know why people so high on Penn State. I feel like when they had that tight end, I like that tight end last year, bro. I don't know his name, but he was decent, bro. But the way they
If
be hyping this quarterback up, bro, I think
if they're
they
gonna win
overdoing
at
it.
all, it's gonna be this season. If they're
Man,
gonna win, it'll be this season.
they gonna have to. Let's see what Mr. Franklin got up under his sleeve, man. But I don't see it happening, brother. I don't see it happening. They do this every year, bro. They gas up certain teams like Texas. Bro, Texas ain't winning. When the last time Texas won something, bro? Vince Young?
And Texas just sent everybody to the draft.
Who do they have? That's what I'm saying. You got Arch Manning. You got players. I ain't gonna cap like you ain't got players, but you don't have the experience. You don't have the experience.
Texas always gonna have players. Alabama always gonna have players. Georgia
Georgia,
always have
uh,
players. They gonna always have players. But y'all have to. The other thing is like y'all ain't never played together. So like we gotta
that's
see
what
how
I'm
y'all.
saying. Like look at Arch, bro. Arch got a little bit of playing time, but you haven't seen him in the full capacity of him playing a full game season. You may see him a game here and there, but I want to see you. How can you bounce back from a loss and can you come back and win this next game? Because we're not seeing him play 3, 4 games in a row. See how you play. We
We
not
ain't
we
seen
not seeing you through
in
SEC play.
the beat up body from last week. You know his ribs
Yes,
got bruised.
yes.
How he play this week? We don't get to see all that.
They
So
already put him at first overall pick in the draft, man. Come on, bro. Can we see this man actually play a full season first?
got a last name, dog. That's what it is.
Yes, bro. Nepotism at its finest, man. I don't want to hear nothing about Bronny no more. Nothing, bro. Like nothing, man. This man ain't did nothing.
You wanna know Bronny problem? His daddy a
What is?
crybaby. That's the problem.
Yeah, if it was Kobe, bro, Kobe probably would have told that nigga to get it out the mud, bro. Probably wouldn't even got you drafted. See, you got to go work harder. Jordan, you see, Jordan ain't trying to get nobody drafted. You
Well,
ain't work hard enough.
that's why his son got the problem he got.
And I don't know, but hey,
He got rich people problems, dog. I can't relate.
that's what I'm saying. Like, bro, you like to slip a line or two, man. Hey, that ain't got nothing to do with me, brother. I
Listen,
can't I can't
listen.
call him. But yeah,
If you still high functioning, hey, do your thing, dog. I
yeah.
can't judge you.
Man, you see SEC talking about they gonna have a 9 game conference play next year.
I did not see that.
Yeah, man. So they want to play 9 conference games next year. You know what they trying to do? They trying to get in them playoffs, man. You playing 9 conference games, it's
It's gotta
easier.
happen. It's
Yeah,
gotta happen. It's just like, there's one thing that's guaranteed every year, right? Florida State gonna play Miami and they gonna play Florida, right? But y'all need to be playing like we all within 3 hours of each other. We need to be playing each other
bro. We
every single
all
week.
need, yes, bro. But I don't. Even when we was in the Big East and y'all was in the ACC, we still played each other.
Yeah,
We got
but
we got to keep that going.
same thing with that 9 team or that 9 game schedule with the SEC, right? It makes sense because why are you just, like, why do you have, I know why Florida goes and plays like BCU and FAMU, right? It's putting money
Hmm.
in those smaller
In
schools'
those
pockets.
schools' pockets. Yep.
But if you look at let's look here. I'm gonna pull it up real quick. Let's look at Alabama's schedule because I'm very critical on they be
I'm
having these.
critical. I'm critical of Big Ten schedules. Those schedules bother me the most,
So look, right? This year is a lot better. I'll say that this year is a lot better. But
bro.
they
You
got
know why? They're trying to get to the playoffs.
they got Eastern Illinois and LA Monroe. I don't feel like those teams should even be playing Alabama. We know who's gonna win. That's a dumb
But
game.
they putting the money in their pockets though. That's what
That's what I
they
mean. They
doing.
pocket, but
And
but
you getting some of these young players some playing time too. So
I
now I can
feel
go put some of my young guys out there. And now if this other player from Louisiana Monroe go play against Alabama, he have a decent game. Guess what? Now he got film. Either he can transfer or he can get himself drafted. So I'm an
you know
advocate
what?
for it.
You know what? I'm not even gonna lie. I was just finna talk about Ohio because before this year and last year, right?
Yes, bro.
Ohio and
Terrible.
Alabama have the worst schedules, right? Especially Ohio. Ohio really they have 2 tough games. Penn State and
Oregon
Michigan.
and no
No, no,
Oregon too.
no. In the
Oh, you
past,
talking about because
yeah,
last year they had
they only
Oregon,
had they only had Penn State and Michigan. That's two
Michigan.
rivalry games.
Yep.
That's it. That's the only 2 games they had. But this year, right? They start off with Texas. They got Grambling. That ain't nothing. They got Ohio. That ain't nothing. But then they got Washington, Minnesota, Illinois, Wisconsin, Penn State, Purdue, UCLA. So it
That's
ain't.
okay. That's okay. It's okay. I want to see Oregon in there. I
But
feel like they should be playing Oregon every
they should
year.
be. They should be playing Oregon. But if you look at it, right, Purdue just not last year, year before they was decent.
Bro,
Penn State,
bro, I'm gonna tell you something, bro. I watched Purdue play in person. Purdue players are so tiny compared to these big. Bro, I watched Purdue play LSU, bro. I went
because
to the
all
game,
Corn
right?
Fed boys already got a bigger scholarship.
Bro, bro, they look like me and you out there
Hey, just
versus
chill.
Giants, bro. No, bro. When I'm like, bro, because it was Malik Neighbors, bro. I watched this man play. He was walking the dog on them, bro. I'm like, he running any route and he just catching. I'm like, bro, who is this Malik Neighbors kid? You know, the only reason I knew who he was because I bet some money on him. He got over the yards. It was like 50 yards or something receiving. It was a bowl game, bro. But that's why I kept watching him. But I'm like, bro, these dudes are like grown men playing. It looked like a high school team playing a college team. That's just what it was, bro. But yeah, but you got to also and another thing I'm gonna throw in there, bro. This the reason why they also doing that. I think they trying to form like the super like conference with a Big Ten and the SEC. Look how strong both of their schedules are. And if they only playing, they like literally boxing everybody out, and then they only playing each other. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like, say if I'm only playing the Big Ten and you only playing the SEC, guess what?
you know, just control everything on. They just
They can
control
get
the
more
board.
playoff bids, bro. You control the board, bro. But if because they want a super conferences, so they just want like the Big Ten and the SEC. If you get the Big Ten and the SEC, now we can all play 9 games each other, but we all mixing it up. Like if I go get say Miami, Clemson, and FSU leave and go to some, to SEC, right? And
Mm.
then Louisville, Syracuse, and Pitt go to, or Virginia Tech or something, go to the Big Ten. And now, and the rest of y'all just on your own. Like, y'all just be a little small conference. We ain't really worried about y'all. They want the best of the best, and they want the people who gonna bring the most
All
money.
the competition can be within two conferences.
Exactly. So guess what? I want six bids for the SEC. I want four for the Big Ten. These guaranteed slots, six for the SEC, four for the Big Ten, and then the last two finna go to the Big 12 and the Mountain West or something, right?
Yeah,
Y'all
and
the
then they
last
can get
two.
thrown out.
Yeah, and now you're gonna
Thrown out.
control you control the narrative. So the SEC gonna keep winning it, or the Big Ten gonna keep winning. What's the chances of you winning? Because they controlling all the money. They want all the money.
Yeah,
That's the name of the game, and you're gonna show like the SEC the best, the Big Ten the best. But you gotta look the last 2 years who won the championship, the Big Ten,
you know,
Ohio, and then Michigan.
I will say like I'm very as a consumer, I'm very happy with how it's being structured now
Me
because
too.
every weekend there's a good game to watch. You know what I'm saying? Like
Because
it's
they're competing for these playoff spots, bro. It's
that's what
strictly.
I'm saying. Like now it's like you forced to play you forced to play equal competition.
But I'm gonna tell you another thing, bro. This is and it's crazy, bro. And I know how it. These people so grimy, right? Why you think all these big games happening on the first week? It's several things on the first week. If one of these teams lose, it happened so long ago that it wouldn't matter by the time we get towards the
Yeah,
week
because
10. You know
they
what I
lost,
mean? If
but they haven't lost a game since. So now they're
exactly it
yeah,
if Ohio State loses to Texas or Texas loses to Ohio, they can still make it to the playoffs.
yeah. Now
And it's a big game for the first weekend.
you
Yeah,
got to in. They're gonna
you
have crazy the viewership.
views, bro. You think these people crazy, bro? This is money grab. You say if we do have this game, because that's an out of conference game. They both out of conference. So Miami out of conference, but Miami and Notre Dame not in the same conference.
Texas and
Texas and Ohio not in the same conference.
Ohio
Who else
State
got a
and
big game? It's another one. It's another one that's a big game.
FSU and Alabama ain't in the
No,
same
no,
conference.
no. LSU and Clemson. Well, FSU ain't making it to the playoffs regardless. I'll tell you that now.
All
It's
right,
it's
hey,
no way. It's no way.
crazy things have happened.
Yeah, that is crazy, but I don't know, bro. But anyway, LSU and Clemson, because they want one of these teams, but it won't matter by the time we get to week 10. It won't matter. So why would it matter? So we can play these big games, we can get this viewership, and they not in the same conference because you can still make it to your conference championship
I
without.
thought of a question since we talking about this, right? And I'm sitting here thinking about the ACC, right? And I'm sitting here
Hmm.
thinking, okay, if Florida State gonna get there, they got who they got to beat, right?
You got to beat a lot of people, dog.
But look, right now, we got a rivalry game, right? So that's every year. You can't never really call who gonna win that game because it's a rivalry, right? Crazy
Well, I'm
things
gonna
can happen.
call it. I can call it this year and last year.
You could try to, right? But now listen, what happens when Clemson if Clemson doesn't win? Dabo loses his job this year.
I don't think so. It depends because when what exactly?
If he don't win the
Win the
ACC,
ACC?
Dabo loses his job.
Nah, because he won the ACC last year. He can still get in even if he does lose the ACC championship game.
Yeah, but what the year before he didn't look good either. I mean, last year
He didn't look good. He didn't look good a year. If he gonna win anything, it's gonna be this year. He has to win this year because
that's what
then
I'm
you
saying.
start back from square one. Because Club been gone after this year. Yeah, yeah. I don't think he loses his job though. I really don't think he lose. I don't think there's a reason for him to lose his job.
Mm, I
I,
don't know,
I
man.
don't.
Clemson got to.
Where do you go from Dabo? Like where are you gonna go? And if he wins 10 or 11 games, where do you go from Dabo? Like
Yeah,
where? Because say you do lose to LSU, and then you lose to somebody in your conference. You can still make it to the
I'm saying
championship game.
if he don't make it to the ACC championship game or nothing, right? If he don't make it to playoffs or nothing, what happens?
I think he still. It depends on how it looks, bro. I think if Dabo goes and looks terrible, then yeah,
It's gonna be
it all depends, bro.
It's gonna be interesting. I think it's interesting if you just look at our state alone, right? It'll be interesting. You guys have a new quarterback. You guys also, like you guys. It's not even just the quarterback. Y'all lost a quarterback receiver duo that had a great relationship. So that's big for y'all to see how y'all transition this year. You got us who we're coming off 2-10 with a new quarterback and a lot of new players on the team, and then you have Florida who now has a they had a year with this quarterback. Yeah, he was injured, but what did they do? So I think there's going to be a lot of competition just in our state alone this year.
I think it's gonna be a lot of unknowns this year, but I think we're gonna find out quick. I think we'll find out in them first 3 weeks.
Yeah,
What team gonna be what in within them first 3 weeks. I know I'm gonna give it 4 weeks. First 4 weeks, we're gonna find out. Okay, is this a real contender or this a not a real contender? Like, is somebody getting fired? I'm telling you, if you make it to week 7 and you got a losing record, in the state of Florida, you probably getting fired, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. By week
bro,
7, if you can
literally
make it past week 7,
all three of our coaches, you can argue why all three of them should have been fired last year.
well, not really, not Miami. I ain't gonna say you could
No,
argue.
come on, man. Because honestly, bro, y'all's coaching is horrible decision makers. Y'all are a good team, but the coaching makes horrible decisions. Y'all lost games that y'all
Yes,
never would have
yes.
lost without the horrible
We
decisions.
lost the Syracuse game. We should have won. We was up 21-0 at the half. How you up 21 points at the half and then they come back and win? Because you want to get Cam Ward the passing record or touchdown, whatever it was. I think it was passing touchdown. I don't remember. Whatever it was. But that was poor coaching. You should have kept running that ball and ran the clock out. But that right there, honestly, I don't think it should have got him fired, but that should be like a wake up call. Like somebody should have tapped him on the
You
shoulder. Like
can't even, hey, you
you.
can't pull into my office and get warned.
That's what I'm saying. Like yes, that's definitely a warrant because you got to look at the way he's recruiting. in the trajectory of the seasons, right? You're going 5-7, then you going 7-5, and then you going 10-2 or ten and
He's
three with
scaling
the
in the right direction.
yeah.
He's
So
in the right direction.
Florida State was going in the right direction until last season. Like y'all got y'all legs chopped underneath from underneath y'all.
Right. So then if you don't have a I personally feel like if you don't have a winning season this season, you gotta go. Because I'm a firm believer in the fact that every coach deserves to stay long enough to get the kids that they're recruiting in there, right? Because how you judge me off of kids I didn't even recruit.
That's
So
what happened with Mario. So when all his players
now
got out, this is gonna be
all
his
of them
first
coaches have had
class.
an opportunity to get some of them kids that they've recruited in. We're gonna see what y'all could do. Billy, they were calling for Billy to get fired last year. Um, y'all's coach, I told you from the jump that the decision making that y'all's coaching does, I
It
don't
was
like.
bad. It started with the Georgia Tech game, bro. That Georgia Tech game.
I hate y'all, but I ain't no hater when it comes to like I can say that y'all are good. I can say that y'all should have won games. I can say all that because it's a fact. But when you making horrible coaching, bruh, like
Yeah, that was terrible coaching decision. Like, yeah, you ain't lying. And I think we'll be more balanced this year because it was like really Cam Ward, Cam Ward, Cam Ward. You can't do that this year because Beck
Carson
is
can't
not
do
one of those
everything.
people. Yeah, he can do stuff, but because
You
he's
can't
real smart,
do all
he's a
that
very
though.
smart quarterback. But you can't do the things that Cam. He's not going to do that. He's not going to hold the ball for 10 seconds in the pocket and run around. He gonna make the smart play. He's gonna drop it off, and that's good. We need that too. We also need that. Yeah, but we'll see, man. We'll see what's going on, man. Starting August 31st, we'll see what's really going on.
It's up.
Well, you'll see
No,
August 30th.
August 30th.
You'll see August 30th. We'll see
I'm,
August 30th, man.
I'm gonna be out here
I'm gonna be
chopping
like
on.
that. Yeah, I'm gonna be all in the crowd screaming. Probably lose my voice, man. But what else? I was gonna say something else. So who you got winning the Heisman, bro? Who's your top two candidates? Give me your top two. Who you think will win the Heisman?
Man,
I'm gonna go
man.
Jeremiah Smith. I'm gonna go Jeremiah Smith, and
You
I'm
know
gonna
what? I'm gonna
go.
say this, right? I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say Jeremiah Smith and Lagway.
You gonna go Lagway?
I'm going Lagway.
I'm gonna go Jeremiah Smith, and then I'm gonna go.
You know, wait.
I'm not
I'm gonna
going
say
Lagway.
no. If it's not, if I'm gonna say, I'm gonna
I'm gonna
say
go with.
Jeremiah
I'm gonna go.
and Arch Manning.
That's what I was gonna say. I think I'm gonna go Arch Manning, man, because I was thinking Klubnik, then I was like, nah, bro, Klubnik ain't never did. I'm thinking Arch Manning, bro, because I think Arch Manning gonna have every tool in his toolkit to get this job
So
done, bro. I don't think he gonna be like the greatest
I just
quarterback ever.
pulled it up, right? Arch Manning is their number one pick as of right now to win the Heisman.
Yeah,
Number two is LSU's quarterback.
yeah, Nussmeier. I don't.
Yep.
I'm not.
He's a returning starter for LSU that had a strong 2024 season. He threw for over
He
4,000 yards.
and how many picks he throw?
And this ain't talking about that. Of course, it ain't talking about that. And then
Exactly.
they have Klubnik, which he's another top contender. And then after that is Jeremiah Smith, Ryan Williams, and then DJ Lagway. Ryan Williams is an interesting name to be in there, though.
Yeah. Only reason I say that I don't really know.
But I don't see it either because you can't win the Heisman without a good quarterback. We don't know
That's
what
what
kind
I'm
of
saying. Shit, I don't know what saying about to be, but I know who Jeremiah Smith is. I don't know what saying about to be, but saying was the number two quarterback behind DJ Latway in that class. So and
there,
saying
there's
he was
a lot
like he was a great dual threat quarterback too.
there's a
I watched
lot
some
of
of his highlights.
there's a lot of like you said unknowns because there's a lot of new like a lot of the big names that we had the past couple years are now in the NFL, and a lot of
Mm-hmm.
these people who are playing right now aren't as big of names, like fully across the board. So there's gonna be some kids who really step up and create a name this year, and it's gonna make the sport very, very interesting.
Mm-hmm. And Nussmeier was going crazy. He got an 80 QBR, but he threw for 4,052 yards, 29 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. He threw for a lot of yards though, man. That's a lot of yards. But it wasn't Cam Ward numbers though. So Cam Ward threw for over 4,000 and he threw for 38 touchdowns. He threw for 29 touchdowns. But yeah, I ain't mad at it, man. So I think Jeremiah Smith and Arch. I think I like Arch, man. I like him for the win, man. I don't know if he gonna win it, but him or Jeremiah, I like both of them. I got a skill position
I
and I
like those
got
names,
a
too.
quarterback. Yeah.
But again, I think I don't know, man. I
If
really think
Nussmeier, the only way Nussmeier gonna win it if they have to make it to the playoffs. And I mean like you have to make it to the playoffs. Not on the
yeah.
cusp of making it to the playoffs. You have to make it to the playoffs.
And
If
you
Nussmeier gonna win.
I think you got someone like him. And then if you look at it, right? So look at him and Klubnik, right? If you look at both of them, who's their counterpart in the same conference as them that could outshine them as far as the conference goes, right? So you got LSU and you got him Nussmeyer with Lagway and Arch Manning, right? So you got these other people in your conference who are making these other teams look like they was trash compared to you, or vice versa. It could go either way for any of them. That's interesting. Then you got Klubnik. What happens if Castellanos or Beck go and have a crazy year? It's like they start to make these other teams that you struggled against look like they was trash. It's gonna really shake things up. So we are going to see a lot of interest and movement across the board this year.
Yeah, yeah. Who Gator start this season off with, you know? Oh, I just
This
look, bro. It's LIU, man. That ain't man. They don't
they
play
go.
they first real game. Well, they play USF the second game. The first real game don't come to LSU week 3.
They got LSU, Miami, Texas A&M, Mississippi State, Georgia, Kentucky, Ole Miss, Tennessee, Florida State.
They got an okay schedule.
They stacked up. But they first two games are their easy games. The rest of their schedule is tough
Yeah, this. Yeah, it's
because
all right.
every team, right? Like even if you look at
That
a,
Tennessee game gonna be tough. Um,
you don't know what kind of Kentucky.
LSU.
You don't know what
You
Kentucky.
never know what type of Kentucky you getting, bro. Like one year they'll be terrible, one game they can be terrible, and the next thing you know, bro, you could be down to the last 20 seconds with them trying to win the game
Tennessee typically plays them tough.
every year.
And Kentucky, you never know who you get with Kentucky. Georgia is a rivalry game for them, and then Florida State is a rivalry game for them too.
Hmm.
So it just depends, who some of these guys decide to show up and be this year. Because Texas, I mean, who is Arch Manning going to decide to be? So
Exactly, bro. And I don't know who he throwing it to. I don't know anything about these new people. Isaiah Bond gone, Golden gone. Like it's like who's the next man up? I don't know. I can't tell you. Don't
this is
Wingo
a
play
lot.
for them? I think
It's
Wingo
a
play
lot.
for them.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Wingo for Texas. I think he might be the next man up, but I don't know who else. Like I don't really know the team that well.
Yeah, it's definitely a big prove it year for some of
The
these guys.
running backs, they're gonna have new running backs. They're gonna have something, they ain't new, but they've been on the team, but it still be like new running backs.
They new to
Because
us.
I remember they had the kid from IMG, man. I forgot his last name, but he went to IMG. He went to them. They got the kid from Edgewater, from Orlando, Edgewater. But remember, he was hurt last season, but he
Mm.
should be back this year. But I feel like they have somebody else in that running back room too. So I don't know how they about to run that room. But man, we gonna see, bro. I'm ready for college football, man. We got another week, and then it's go time, man.
Y'all got y'all start off with Notre Dame,
Yep,
okay? Then y'all got BCU. That's an easy
yep.
game for
And then USF,
USF. That should be an easy game for y'all.
then the Gators.
Then the Gators, Florida State, Louisville,
Hmm.
Miami, or I mean SMU, Syracuse, NC State, Virginia Tech, Pitt. Y'all schedule low key easy.
Yeah, but when you got look what we playing at them last two games, bro, and look when the last time we got a bye week, we got to play. I think I believe 6 or 7 games straight, bro. We got bye weeks back to back, bro. We got a bye week, and then we play a game. Then we got another bye week. Like, bro, we're about to be shredded to pieces, hoping that everybody don't get hurt, nobody get hurt.
So for y'all, who is y'all's other rival aside from us? You feel like
Notre Dame, that's been a rival for a long time.
because I feel me personally, and I don't watch all y'all's games, right? But I feel like Virginia Tech is always an unknown for
The
y'all.
Virginia Tech is always a thorn in our side, bro. Also, Pitt be playing us good, bro. Pitt is a one of them wild card teams too. But another team that always give us trouble is Louisville, bro.
Bro, I was
Louisville
just thinking
come
about
to play.
that quarterback that they got, man. That man,
Louisville come to play every year, bro.
I hate to say this because like I'm comparing him to someone who is like a multi-time MVP in the NFL. But when I watch him play, it reminds me of what Lamar used to do to these teams. That man is very talented.
Yeah, man. So we're gonna have a tough schedule down going down like towards the end. Bro, you gotta look at the last two games, bro. Last two games in the cold and it's away. And what happened to us last year? We went to Syracuse. All we had to do was win that game. We would have been in the we could have made it to the playoffs, play the SEC not ACC championship game. That's
So
all we had to do. You blow a 21-point lead, all because you're trying to get somebody a Heisman, bro. But at the end of the day got to end, and we live to fight another year, man. We back at it, bro. I'm telling you, bro. This year is gonna be our year, man.
yeah,
This year gonna be
but
our year, man.
you know what, bro? Don't forget how USF played Alabama.
Don't forget how USF played us last year. USF
I
was a
know.
good game, bro. USF played a good game. We
Y'all,
we end up taking off on them, but
at
they played hard.
towards the end of the game, but they
But
started off
start,
really well against y'all. Um,
yes, bro.
and and I feel like Ward is a better quarterback than Beck. So
But he makes more smart decisions. Why? Like, I don't think he's gonna throw all them picks like he did last year. He's gonna throw some picks, but I don't think it'll be as many as last year because of the pressure he was under at Georgia. Because he was saying like, oh, he feel better now. It ain't the type Miami got pressure, but Miami ain't got Georgia pressure, bro. Like we ain't won a championship since 2001, bro. So the
never won the
pressure.
ACC.
Never won the ACC, so the pressure ain't gonna be the same type of pressure
Yeah, I
as being
mean,
at a Georgia or Alabama or Ohio State. You know what I mean? The pressure gonna be there because it's Miami. Because Miami fans, we know how ruthless we get, bro. Hey, we'll say bench him, bro. Put in the freshman or something. But the
listen,
pressure ain't gonna be the
I
same,
already
bro.
know your take on this, right? But I'm gonna say it because somebody gonna watch this and they don't know your take on it, right? I personally feel that if Beck couldn't do it at Georgia, he can't do it at Miami. And you're gonna say, "Oh, look how many drop passes they had, and this, that, the other, who you
36.
got, blah blah blah." But they played a higher level of competition than y'all do as well. You know what I'm saying? So like, I personally feel like he ain't. I don't feel like he nothing, bro. That's just
We
me.
gonna see. We gonna see. So you think Castellanos is better?
Then Beck,
Yeah.
I would prefer to have Castellanos over Beck. I
Bro, you
don't like
sound
Beck at
just
all, bro.
just like the crazy people that were saying they would rather have DJU last year over Cam Ward. And
I
y'all
would
ate
never. I
every
would
last
never say that.
y'all fans ate every last word y'all said
You
last
know,
year.
you
Cause
know
bro, I
what
seen people
I
saying
told,
it, bro.
what did I tell you? I told you from day one, I don't like DJ. Why don't you like DJ? because his attitude is horrible. Every place that he's played at, they say his attitude is horrible.
I seen him
I
play
say
at Clemson. He sucked at Clemson.
his
You
attitude is
sucked at
horrible
Clemson.
too.
You came
You know how
behind Trevor
crazy that
Lawrence,
is.
bro.
You know,
Bro, Clemson giving you everything, bro. Clemson was running the ACC since after y'all won that championship in 2013. After that, Clemson ran the ACC, bro. I think
Clemson
Clemson
has
won two titles since then.
Clemson has
I know they
produced
won with
players
Trevor Lawrence. Who else they won with? I know
that
they won a championship with Trevor Lawrence. Did they win another one?
did Deshaun get one?
Yes, Deshaun, bro. Deshaun. Yes, Deshaun Watson got one. Yep. Yep.
And look at
You
that.
remember that? That's when they was playing Lamar. They was playing Lamar. They was going back and forth, scoring, scoring, scoring.
Who we didn't even speak about, and I think that we don't think about as often anymore. But they one of them teams where like they might come out of nowhere. Auburn.
I think Hugh
At,
Freeze gets fired this year. I think Hugh
at,
Freeze
at
gets
some
fired
point,
this year.
at some
Auburn is not
point
going
they
to be
got.
good.
At some
No,
point they make
no.
it back to the top, bro. At some point. At
And it
some
won't be
point.
this year. Hugh Freeze is about to get fired, bro.
At some
Watch,
point.
watch, bro. Mark my words, bro. They might win 6 games, bro. Watch this,
Listen,
bro. They gonna suck again, bro.
I got a question for you, right? Because we covered we've been at it for about an hour, right? And I feel like
Yep.
we've covered some major topics this week for our first episode, right?
Mm-hmm.
But with us talking about NIL, with us talking about transfer portal, right? I think we skipped a major part of that, which is how does it affect the development of the players that you're recruiting? What do you see the issue in some of these players that they're not getting developed and stuff?
Yeah, because even a team can move on from you, bro. Like if you're not developing fast enough, even the kids not even getting the time to develop if they wanted to, because it's like, hey, bro, we gonna take this kid out the portal. He's ready, like, and that's how like Ohio State, Alabama, Georgia. They're getting these kids already ready made. So you getting that 5 star. You're getting that the best of the best. You're getting the best player that was in that class. So if I go get the best safety in the class, guess what? I don't have to go out and go
You're not
recruit somebody in a
developing.
portal. I don't have to develop. That's why when people be like, "Oh, Ohio State produced the best wide receivers," bro, you got the best wide receiver that was in the class. Like, how did you develop this person, bro? You may fine tune and tweak some things, but you cannot tell me you develop the best people. You know who
You
be
didn't
developing?
you didn't
LSU. LSU develop wide receivers.
you didn't develop Jeremiah Smith. Jeremiah
Bro,
Smith was
Jeremiah
Jeremiah.
Smith was the best wide receiver.
He
He was the
might have gave
best
him a few
player
more
in the
tools.
class.
Yeah, he might have got a few more little tools or whatever, bulked up or
Yeah.
better like strength and conditioning, better speed coach, like whatever,
Yep.
and develop him. Y'all didn't turn him from a who is this guy to oh my god, look at
Yes,
this.
bro. Like you didn't go get a 3 star and turn this dude into Jerry Rice. Like you did not do
LSU
that.
perfect example though, because they are wide receiver you. So I mean, you gotta give it to them.
L- Like LSU, bro, they go right in their backyard, bro. They go get this kid from New Orleans. They go get this kid from BR. They go get this kid from wherever in right in their backyard. Two, three
They
hours,
do that
30
for,
minutes.
and that's across the board because Fournette. Look at Fournette.
Fournette straight from New Orleans. Ain't he from New
Yeah,
Orleans? I think he's from New Orleans, right? So you
he
go
is.
get him
He's,
like 2, 3 hours away.
John Caprino.
Yeah, bro, you 2, 3 hours away. You come in here and you admit, but he was one of the best though. And I ain't gonna lie, I think he might have been the best. He was the best running back in that class.
Yeah, no, I was saying to the point of they go right there within their state, and they gonna grab.
But that's what I'm saying. Then that's also a thing I will caveat on. That's I can't knock somebody if it's in your state. You supposed to go grab what's in your state. Like Jeremiah Smith should have been in the state of Florida. That's yours.
Like it's honestly like a slap in the face. Like, okay, you don't want to come to Florida State, you went to Miami. All right, cool. It's a rivalry. I get it. Like, you don't want to go to
Yeah.
Miami, you want to go to Florida. Okay, cool. I get it. but you don't want to come here. You want to go to Illinois or something, like, bruh,
Yes, bro. You
like,
want to
cause
go to Syracuse, you want to go to Michigan. Like, why are you going way out there? But
now it's the bag, it's the money talking that's gonna get these kids to move around. But Florida's Florida, man. We produce the best athletes when it comes to
yep,
football. So I always feel like I want to see them kids at home, but I get it. On the topic of development, though, I think we seen two major things happen during the offseason. The kid who transferred to what he transferred out to Cal or USC or something like that and got like super swole or whatever, having like
oh yeah, he transferred from I forgot what school it was. It was a small school, and then he transferred into Cal.
and
And
then
boy,
having that real strength and conditioning coaches and stuff and
bro,
seeing
yeah,
what happens. And you know what, not even just that, another year of your genetics and you becoming a grown man, it
yeah,
made a difference. But also, you know they talk so bad about that boy, but look at Cormani looked ready. He
bro,
looked ready.
gain that weight, bro.
He got some grown man weight on him right now. He looked ready to play, and we ain't hear nothing about the attitude problems or disrespect or not wanting to show up and be a team player. We ain't hearing none of that. So
I think that just needed he needed time, man. I think he needed time
structure,
to develop. He needed time to develop. He needed time to mature.
yeah,
Um,
and
he had
he
to get
needs to
away
be
from his mama too, though, bro, because his mama,
careful now. They from
man, nah, bro. That's what every man, bro. I feel like you got to get away from
you gotta leave
that.
home.
You got to get away from the nest, bro, because sometimes it's like you getting baby. So coach yell at me and say, "Hey, whoop de whoop, this and this and this. You ain't finna start this game because you did this." Instead of you taking responsibility for your actions, you call your mama. So now your mama up here calling the coach, or she coming up to the school, or she like, "Hey, what's going on? Like, why my baby ain't playing?" And but you every time every year you go sit on somebody's couch and you gonna promise them development, the plan, teach them how to be a man. But if
You
they
know.
not willing to do that, then it's kind of like it's out of my hands. Like I promise you this, but for this in return.
So also though, I gotta put some of the blame on Dion though, because at the same time, like I think Dion's great, man. I can't dislike the man. Like, bro, you put your children in a position to win at life, bro. Like, I gotta respect it. But Cormani gave him the same thing that he used to give to these teams in NFL and MLB and stuff. He gave him all the same things, but you in a different place in life and you don't like that stuff. But literally all the same things that you used to do, he was doing as well. So it's like
Yeah,
at the same time, maybe it's hard for like, and you don't know, man. Maybe Cormani was thinking like, man, I'm supposed to be like, you supposed to take me under your wing, but like he already got two other kids up under his wing that he like showing favoritism to, Shador and Travis. But maybe that was supposed to be Cormani as well. But nonetheless, everything worked out how it was supposed to work out. You
at the
know,
end of the day,
in the large scale scheme of things, it worked out how it's supposed to work out. I'm excited. I hope he does good, man. Because I hate when they sit there and they gonna bash a man before he even get to touch the field.
I want
So
him to do good, just not against Miami. But I definitely want him to do good, bro. I ain't no hater. I want him to do good, man. Just don't do it.
he from Florida, man. So I want to see you do good and stuff. Just not against Florida State. You say not against Miami. So, but I definitely want to see at least him depicted in a better light. But as far as the media and all that stuff goes, and I think that's gonna happen because, like I said, we ain't heard nothing bad this whole offseason since he made the move.
Just be quiet, man. Sometimes silence is the answer, bro. That's the answer
Hey,
to your problem, bro. You talking too much. Sometimes you be quiet, bro. Let them think what they want to think. Go out
you
there and
hit
play
that
your
field.
game.
He been quiet. He been hitting them weights. So it's
Yeah, been
a
putting in
lot
that work.
to see, man.
Yeah, man. The last thing, bro, before we go, the last thing I want to talk about, bro, this just came out, bro. LSU roster cost about $18 million, bro. Over the last 3 years, they say they spent about $18 million. That's what Brian Kelly said. 18 million, bro. That's why I don't be want to hear nobody say nothing when these teams don't produce or they getting all these players, you think your team gonna be able to create a roster for 18 million?
We ain't got
Probably
it.
not. Yeah, y'all ain't.
We
I know y'all ain't got it. Y'all ain't got it. And y'all a public school too. Oh man, y'all really ain't got it.
yeah, we ain't got it.
And y'all in Tallahassee, bro. It's kind of like, all right, man.
Yeah.
Where y'all, what Guthrie's? What y'all finna get? Who finna sponsor y'all, man? With these NIL deals?
I'll let you see the state capitol, but that's about it. Nah, I mean, it's one of them things, man. I don't think as far as the NIL level, we're ever going to be able to really compete to a certain extent, especially when you got like private schools and schools that have
Hmm.
like,
With
bro,
big alumni, bro. Big alumni throwing bags.
y'all have a private school with a hospital.
Yep.
Um, Florida has a hospital. Like you have different factors that make it where NIL is going to be easier for some teams compared to others. I don't think we'll ever be very competitive when it comes to the NIL aspect of things because I've heard firsthand that like people say, oh, y'all don't really have y'all wasn't talking money like that.
But you also gotta remember a lot of these donors have to love football
Yeah,
because you don't get a tax break for that. Like you can't use that for taxes. You donating to a football team, they're not giving you a tax break for it. So a lot of them shy away from it.
think I don't think we're ever competitive. Um, at least for the foreseeable future, I don't see us competitive at an NIL level. Um, I think that it'll come down to what whoever's our coach, whether it's Norvell or whoever else. I think it's a thing where we have to push the culture and we have to push culture and transfer portal, and then developing. Because at the end of the day, we can develop some kids in the state of Florida. We already produce the best athletes as a state. So if we can try to retain them people, and everybody ain't just stuck on NIL, that's cool. Everybody can't get NIL. There's
Yeah.
only the money only going to certain people. So at the end of the day, maybe it's that kid who nobody was thinking of. We develop, and now he gets paid, and he might leave us. Who knows?
Hmm.
But I don't think that off the get go, I don't think that we're attracting anybody. Just we're not throwing a bag at nobody like that.
Man, I'm gonna tell y'all the only solution to this problem. Y'all gotta fire Mike Norvell. I'm gonna tell y'all need to hire. Y'all need to go hire Ed, the old coach at LSU that
No,
was there before. Yes. Yes, bro. Yes. Who else do you think will be a good hire for y'all if y'all fire y'all coach?
Jimbo back. I'll take Jimbo back
After all
over
he
Ed.
did to y'all?
Over Ed,
Why?
yes,
Why?
because Ed got off field issues that he need to address. Man, that's a YC. That man be out here partying.
But I feel like that's what y'all need though, bro. Y'all need
Nah,
something
man.
new. Y'all need something new, bro. Cause he got Louisiana kids and he got Florida kids.
I
Like he
just, bro,
he he understand both.
I just don't like seeing the lack of structure that he would bring. I don't think that there's structure. When you out here and you're partying with the same girls that are the same age as your players, and you out here, drinking and smoking and doing all these things, like I just don't like it. Especially in today's college football, where like, bro, how do you tell me what to do and I'm making more money than you? Like you know what I'm saying? Like you can't. You gotta
Yeah, I
have some.
doubt you. I doubt you'll be making more money than him,
Well,
or
no,
because
no, no.
Mike
I
Norvell
mean,
making a pretty penny.
yeah, yeah, but like if you sit here and you got a kid who's making millions of dollars a year, you can't talk to me any type of way because I got money too. Like you know what I'm saying? So like I feel like there needs to be a level of respect and structure. And how do you respect someone who like they not giving you something to respect? Yeah, you my coach, but like what else you doing here?
That's a fact. That's a fact. On
So
that note,
it's
man. On
like
that note, let's
it's
wrap it up, man. Let's wrap it up. Let's wrap it up, man. Let's wrap it up.
on the last thing.
All
These
right, all right.
coaches are a father figure at the end of the day, and I feel like that's important to have. That's he the fun parent. He the parent who go and let you do whatever, and he just the fun parent. And then you got parents who like Dion. Dion is a structured parent. You see what Dion do? Hey, I don't want to see no hoodies. I don't want to see no slides. I don't want to see no
Yeah,
earrings. Structure is needed. All right, I'm
that's
getting
true. That's true.
structure is needed.
All right, man. But that's the end of this first episode, man. On the first episode of First and Goal, man. We appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. Y'all like, comment, subscribe.